I love my husband, but I want so badly to be single. Long story short, I'm 31 years old. I've been with my husband since I was 16. Married young, had kids young, and now I feel as if I hold some type of resentment towards him. Because I didn't live life. I love him and never want to hurt him or be without him. But a part of me wants to leave and experience life. I'm not sure if it's sexual tension from our relationship or being bored and comfortable when I'm at and not getting my needs fulfilled, or IDK, and I'm so helplessly confused. I don't know what to do at all. Please don't bash me. This is my first post on Reddit ever. I won't comment on your relationship, but I think you need to have a very hard talk with your husband. However, I need to be honest. If you want to be single, be aware. The streets have nothing good to offer you. As a 31M who has been single for the past 5 years after relationships adding up to 10 years, the grass isn't always greener. It's nice to do what I want, but there's a feeling of loneliness at the end of the day. 15 years is a long time to be with someone. Maybe you could do a solo getaway and think about it? There's a sense of comfort in living a life you've gotten used to. It's only natural to want to do something exciting and spur of the moment. Why not do it? Doesn't mean you need to leave your life behind. Just put it on a brief pause while you experience it. Hey, my wife just left me for this exact reason. She's miserable now and I've moved on. Work on your marriage, don't give up. Have you tried to talk to him about it? Maybe you can experience new things together. Have you thought about what do you want to experience? What is missing? Start dating your husband again. As a person who was doing what you think you missed out on until 30, it is not that awesome, and you have to worry about STDs and people playing games with you or using you to get back at an ex. Did I have some fun, weird sex? Sure. Was it all awesome? Not at all. Being in a stable relationship with a person I can trust and having a family is way better than random sex. Never think yourself out of a good thing. You'll be bored of the single life in 2 months. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. Maybe try something new with your husband that you love. Wow, marriages are scary. What if she makes a post like this on Reddit one day? Honey, if he's not abusing you in any way, shape, or form, emotionally, physically, verbally, financially, loves you, and you are comfortable with him, then believe me, people are fucking feral in the dating world right now, and there is nothing for you, lol. Have a very long talk with him about why you feel this way and what needs are not being met for you. Communication is the first step. I'm wondering if maybe you're experiencing some undiagnosed depression? I would consider getting an evaluation and see if that is helpful. I would hate for you to make a major life decision and do irreversible damage if you had some unaddressed mental health that could be contributing. I was resenting having a second kid and was feeling horrible about it. Turns out I was just depressed. Once I started medication, I started to enjoy life again. I also started seeing a therapist, which has been incredibly helpful. Just remember, if you go that route, there is no going back. I had a coworker think that is what she wanted and left her husband, home, and family. A year later, she was miserable and begging to come back. Husband said hell no and moved on. Be sure this is what you want. People are genuinely crazy. You can do everything right by them, and this is how they treat you. Remember that the grass isn't always greener on the other side, meaning most people are working their whole lives to have what you have. You need to fix what you have before you throw away what others would kill for. If you love him, he's a good guy, and you have a good life, then don't be stupid. You are almost there. You just need to fix things between the two of you. Communicate. Honestly, what you're saying sounds extremely immature. A grown-ass woman who made grown-ass decisions is now trying to jump ship because you can't take them back? Have some gratitude for the good things in your life. Your wandering eye and unearned FOMO is only going to lead you to misery. Talk to him, refine the spice in your life. He may be feeling the same way, and together you can meet your needs. You mentioned enjoying life and sexual tension. You're looking for intimacy from your husband. Sit him down and talk to him. Tell him you want to be loved and more fun in the bedroom. Send your kids to your parents' house for the weekend and surprise him with weekend away in a hotel. Go out for dinner, etc., and spend the time having fun. Sounds like you're just roommates and you're stuck at a dead end and you need to get out of it. You can look up ways to spice things up in the bedroom. Just another classic, the grass is greener. Shouldn't have gotten married then. Trust me, you don't want to be single. You ain't missing out on anything besides depression and loneliness. You want to leave and experience life. How exactly? You can do anything you'd like with your husband and your children. I doubt he is holding you back on anything. Or are you? My guess is you're complaining you didn't get to fuck a load of random guys who walked out on you in the morning because they'd use you like a fuck toy for the night. And you're thinking about breaking up your family and ruining your kids' lives because you're a self-centered arsehole that thinks she deserves better than she has. Believe me, you don't want to be single. Appreciate what you have. My husband and I met in our early 20s and were together for 20 years. About 10 years in, he started telling me that he felt like he'd missed out. We stuck it out, but the issue got worse and worse. He started having emotional affairs, then online cheating, then very close friendships with many women. He kept telling me how much he loved me, but wanted more out of life. It was hell for me, never feeling like I was enough. So either do the right thing and leave him, or get your shit together and devote your life to him. It should be mutual devotion. By the way, talk to your husband and seek therapy before making any decisions to leave. The streets are not friendly. Dating W2 kids in your 30s may not be what you think it is. Tia Mowry found out the hard way. If you love him and leave, you will be like a lot of women I know who regret it in the end. They always pine over the one that they let go of. If you want to live alone, fine, but a 30-year-old man or woman entering the excitement race are like old athletes trying to get back into the ring. Many are disappointed and frustrated in the dating game. Some, like George Foreman, can pull off a win. Guess it depends on whether you are simply bored or genuinely dissatisfied with what you have. Many are envious of a happy family. I think what you are feeling is normal, but since you are married with kids, you probably need to handle it more delicately. I would try going on adventures with your husband if you can. Doing kinky shit like having him meet you at a bar and pretend you two don't know each other, and then have him try to pick you up, but with both of you pretending to be other people with different backstories. Anything to spice up the marriage. If that does not appeal, then counseling may be in order. Do not blow it up unless you are 1000% sure it is what you want and that you are willing to pay the steep price emotionally that will come with it. Nah, I totally understand this. The girl I was with, we got together at 16 and almost got married at 19. We would have had kids. And I'm looking at the situation now, and it doesn't look that great. In those 3 years together, we did not go out and experience life. We were together and inseparable, but in a bad way. I would have not experienced all the moments I've had if I was still with her. It would have turned out like your situation here. Sounds like you two need a long talk. Put it all on the table and tell him how you feel. To be honest, it sounds like you should have never gotten married. If you truly love the guy, then compromise by doing more exciting things together, like a trip somewhere new, regular date nights, trying new hobbies, things up in the bedroom even. A happy marriage shouldn't make anyone feel restricted or trapped. Compromise and find a way to make things better together. Or consider a divorce.